Back home for the first time in 2 months, the Canterbury Bulldogs. The drums have been beating ever since we got here. The flags are waving, the crowd continues to build. They're still pouring in as they fight this traffic. There's something very special. This is a movement here at Belmore and now tonight at Accor Stadium. Connor Tracy, one of the many wonderful recruits who has been superb in 2024.
Yeah, since round 6, been the locked-in fullback and has done a great job in the number 1 jersey. Josh Addo-Carr on one side of the field. Jarrell Skelton, who hasn't played since, and only his 4th game coming up, but hasn't played since Brisbane, where he ran for 300 metres.
He is a Sherman tank. We're at fever pitch here. Here we go. Garrick puts boot to ball. It's the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs and the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles. And a little murmur as Tracy finally comes up with it and gives it to Max King. First meeting this year between these sides. Now it's Sam Hughes going one out here. Canterbury, we know how good they can defend, and now they've started to show some teeth in their attack. Oh, bumped off. There is Preston, and he rides that bump.
That was Tommy Talau who came out of the line to put a shot on Preston there. And Preston absorbed it and kept going.
Yeah, back after a week on the sidelines. Talau, there were some late changes for Manly. There's been a great defensive set. Carl Lawton starting, so is Matt Lodge. Oh, penalty, my goodness, that was on the last tackle. Manly had been perfect until that moment.
Paseka and Olakawatu penalised there. Too much work on the man with the ball. What a soft out there for the Bulldogs.
Well, their discipline killed them last week. That man, one of 3 who was sin bin.
Only travelled 20 metres through those 5 plays.
Now Burton with that enormous boot of his, and he gets it beyond halfway. Kira's in the centres, taps. Swung across to Sexton, on to Burton. Here's Tracy looking dangerous. Points at Sherry out to Addo-Carr. Tries to put a move on Saab. Pushes away from Saab. Then gets through Turbo. Oh, it goes to Marty! This is incredible! Manly haven't touched it, and the Bulldogs have 35,000 on their feet!
Well, that doesn't happen very often, where a team takes a tap and they score off the tap kick, the movement out wide. And the Bulldogs, well, back in round 21 against the Broncos, they start to pass the ball, and here it is. Shift, Marnie, Sexton, Burton, links with Tracy, Tracy to Sherry, and then a one-on-one tackle just isn't made by Jason Saab. Josh Addo-Carr pushes past him, takes Trebojevic out, an inside ball there to Reid Marnie. What a start for the Bulldogs.
They went 20 metres in their first set, but a penalty has just killed the Sea Eagles. And from the tap, this is the sort of attack we're starting to get used to from the Bulldogs. Marnie, they love him here. Under the sticks.
Well, that is such a rare thing, to take a tap and score off the back of it. Just doesn't happen these days, but it just did then. And the Bulldogs, you're right, we spoke to Cameron Serraldo pre-game about the change in the Dogs' attack since that Brisbane win in 21 as Burton makes a bird of it, and they lead 6-0.
Manly have not touched the ball. They're already down by a converted try. James Hooper, what about that for a start?
Evening, Dan and Brandy. Evening, everybody. Well, the drums are absolutely beating out here at Sydney Olympic Park. The success-starved Bulldogs fans, they are having a party. And I tell you what, it'll turn into a carnival if Canterbury Bankstown can go on with this performance over the course of 80 minutes. What a hot start. The surface is immaculate. Conditions are balmy. It's about 26 degrees. Strap yourselves in.
Indeed, and they're still pouring in. That's a deep kick-off. This is an incredible atmosphere. I hope it's coming through loud and clear on Fox League. And King, recently back from injury. A lot of these Bulldogs recently back. Great tackle there. Daniela Paseka launching into Sam Hughes with a bit of help from Croker. Now Preston gets to the 20-metre line. No Steve Crichton for the Dogs, but they've won without him before this year. 2-1 without their real heartbeat. There's now Tracy zipping around on to Burton. They're really attacking the left. Sherry, he tries to do it himself. And a tidy tackle from Garrick in the centres. And the crowd thought that might have been 6 again worthy, with Garrick finally letting his man play it. And finally the Seagulls have the ball. Dvojevic. Oh, he almost got past Burton. So Manly now with their first chance.
Now, that was a good set defensively from the Seagulls. I like the work from Paseka. Very aggressive, and he needs to continue to do that.
So now comes across to Garrick. Lodge will have a hit up shortly. His first game of first grade since Magic Round. Torn pec, New South Wales Cup last few weeks. That's a powerful run. He's been in good form in the lower grade. Paseka, powerful. Despite the scoreboard, a terrific start from him. And now, until that moment, he's put it down. So Manly will hand this back to the Bulldogs via a scrum on halfway.
Well, yet to get through a set, Manly. 5 minutes into the game. Paseka, good charge off the back of Matt Lodge's run, and there's the ball. He plants it on the ground and just moves, rolls.
And of course, no challenge there. They could have, Manly, but conceding that one was all Daniela Paseka. Bulldogs have an obsession with this left early, and it's worked already. As Burton rolled over. Back for King. Max King returned from a wrist fracture last week in Auckland. Salmon the 13. No Kurt Mann, of course.
Well read, Matt Lodge there defensively. Preston back on the inside. Lodge came out of the line to make the tackle.
Here's Tracy's pass. Beautiful read by Garrick. All over Matt Burton. He had to be, and he was. A couple of good tackles from Garrick so far. Salmon. Sexton on the angle. Here's Tracy down the right side. Oh, that one loose. And Canterbury's first error. And Skelton can't haul that one in.
He covered a lot of ground there, Connor Tracy, from left to right. And just didn't find either Skelton or Carraz on the outside. Great stop by Reuben Garrick there. Ball and all tackle. And there's swinging left and right is Connor Tracy.
Just to reiterate, it is very warm here in the west of Sydney. In fact, all across Sydney, into the 30s today. Dropped a little. Very windy outside, but in this venue, one of that nullified. That's a good run from Lodge. So now comes to Jake Trbojevic. Paseka falling on his front.
High tackle.
And then we got a high tackle. He wanted the quick play the ball. They'll get a penalty instead.
Yeah, low tackle there by Reid Marnie. Chopped the legs of Paseka, and it was good, but as he was dropping, it was Viliami Kikau who made contact.
I've seen that time and time again as a penalty, no matter how meek it may seem. Manly with their first chance. We know how good they can attack. Croker off the slow play the ball. Cherry Evans out to Olakau'atu. Now he's hard to put away, finally. It's all the strength of Kikau that drags his opposite number down. 6 more tackles. Canterbury, #1 defence in the comp. Now getting an early test as Jake Trbojevic will play it. With a full set for Manly. Comes to Brooks. The front man is Lawton. Back from a groin injury. Sexton, slow to get up. Now comes across. Jake Trbojevic. The halves combine. Cherry Evans. Terrific tackle there. Cherry bringing down Garrick. To the open. Where Brooks is going to explore. He saw King, he wanted a piece of him. Brooks goes down awkwardly. 2 tackles left. Cherry Evans. From Trbojevic. Lawton. This is a little clunky, but now Tom Drabojevic out to Tommy Talau. He's dangerous. We can't get there. Great scramble. That's the story of the Bulldogs. Kuraz with the tackle. Last, the Cherry Evans kick. Contest and magnificent take by Habole Olakau'atu. And Manly hit back.
What a target he is. Hamoli Olakau'atu on that right edge up against Viliami kick-out. And Olakau'atu is a great target for a high kick. The crossfield kick from Cherry Evans. On the mark, looked like Tommy Talau. I thought he was going to score. This is a great tackle by Kuraz. Just gets him by one leg and stops him. And then Cherry Evans just puts it over near the post there.
Now, let's make sure.
He pulls it in one-handed. I don't think there's a touch on a dog while it was dragged through.
It's going to be interesting. This might be the one, this replay. So Burton gets his hand in it. Maybe that might be a problem because Burton's hand's on it.
Back on Burton's hand.
It is, if it's taken away, it is brutally unlucky.
Burton gets it first, then Olakau'atu. Burton's still got his hands on the ball.
And here we go. That is cruel. It will be Manly ball, but this is not the result they were hoping for. Burton's first touch will be what we play, you would suspect.
Ball kick chase has been cleared as onside. Matt Burton initially knocks the ball forward. It is then touched by Manly and goes back into Matt Burton's arm. It's a double knock on. The first knock on by Matt Burton in the field of play.
So that is that. Points come off the board.
He did a marvellous job to control it there, Olakau'atu. I know the slow motion replay shows us that there was a touch back onto Matt Burton, but let's hope Manly stick with that policy, kicking for Olakau'atu, who is terrific in the air.
So scrum centre field. Olakau'atu on the right side, two on the right. He, Olakau'atu and Saab, four on the left. That's where Tom Drabojevic, but it comes out the other way, to the right, a little out the back play, magnificent stuff. Saab for the corner, they won't take that off Manly, surely. Saab is in, a beautifully orchestrated scrum play. Oh, what have we got in our hands tonight? Manly, get over once again.
Yeah, fantastic play, centre field scrum, and it was Garrick out the back, and then Olakau'atu hits the line, turns his back on Bronson Cherry to a wrapping Ruben Garrick, who quickly offloads to Jason Saab. Run to precision. Beautiful stuff there from Olakau'atu. Addo-Carr came jammed in, but couldn't make the stop and couldn't deny. Oh, that was sneaking out. I know they've confirmed it, but that was coming through.
Make sure the viewers are aware. Yes, that has been confirmed. You're not kidding, though. He's got long fingers. That might have just saved him.
I don't think I've seen a play run like that where the player like Olakau'atu turns his back, runs into the defence, takes the player out defensively, then picks up the man wrapping around who packed down in the scrum, which was Ruben Garrick.
That man now, Garrick, he's better on the right side than the left. That's been the record this year. To tie it up. Not a bad looking kick. Got it! Garrick ties us. So much has happened, and we're only 10 minutes in. 6 points apiece.
It might have been a rough start to this evening for that man on screen, the Manly Seagulls winger, Jason Saab, when Josh Addo-Carr palmed him off, led to Reid Marnie's opening try for Canterbury Bankstown. But he has more than made up for it and made amends there with a great try for the Manly Seagulls. 6-all, game on, strap yourselves in.
No. Pumped up Jason Saab. He had an unhappy night last week at Leichhardt. He wasn't the only one, but he made 4 errors. So that's a terrific start. Wonderful scrum play. Off we go again. There's Matt Lodge, wrapped up here. Ben Drabojevic dropped back to 18th man because of the inclusion of Carl Lawton. We've got Tolu Kola on the bench for Manly. That's because Tommy Talau is back. There's now Jake Drabojevic to the 30. Croker, short pass.
There can be question marks over the middles for the Seagulls on occasion throughout the season. Matt Lodge has made a great start to the game. Hasn't played first grade since round 11. He has clearly been their best middle as it stands. I know we're only 10 minutes into the game, but what a start from Lodge.
Now it's Tracy. Good chase from Garrett. And also Sabin Olakau'atu. If you've just tuned in, you've just got home. Brett Marnie scored after about a minute and a half before Manly had even touched it. And then the try by Jason Saab moments ago. Skelton. Well handled here. They are really doing it tough, Canterbury, making metres. Kiraz, he's so good at that. Still inside the 30. Sam Underberg. Now Tracy. Here we go. Cherry. Pushing off the centre and the winger. And the centre, Garrett, comes back. Toby Sexton. The Bulldogs 9-1 since Toby Sexton elevated into the starting side. Round 12 is when that happens. Tom Trbojevic brings it back fairly safely.
It's been a good 3 months with Toby Sexton as the halfback, but you'd have to say, apart from Sexton adding something to the Dogs' attack, the form of Matt Burton, and that has coincided with Sexton coming in to join him in the halves, has been terrific. And the side has improved right across the park since that introduction of Toby Sexton in the number 7 jumper per second. Good run.
You can have games like this where he's in the mood right from the get-go, and he's been trouble for Canterbury. Apart from that knock on, Olakau'atu gets past. He got past, kick out. Brooks, play on. Brooks, he's turbo. Goodbye! Manly, 2 tries in a row. Olakau'atu around the corner. And it works out perfectly for the Manly Seagulls.
He is a beast, Hamoli Olakau'atu. We saw it in that contest for the football, just dragging it away from Matt Burton. Now the run, the bump and the offload. Manly just couldn't get a player in close enough as he feeds him early, throws a little dummy, gets past Kickow. That's a battle and a half, isn't it? Kickow up against Olakau'atu. Looking for Trbojevic, goes past him. Brooks gets his foot to it. It gets a great bounce, and then Tom supports back on the inside. That is a remarkable 4-pointer from the Seagulls.
So Olakau'atu creating havoc on that right side for Manly. Tom Trbojevic, another try against the Bulldogs. That's 7 games in a row. 13 in 7. Brooks doing well.
That's a big win there for Olakau'atu over Viliami Kickout. Brushed past Kickout, took another couple of players with him as he offloaded the ball.
They might be continuing to pour in here, but they're silent at the moment. It's Manly 12, Canterbury 6.
And despite giving up that early try, you'd have to say the team going better now is definitely Manly. Like, I know they've jumped to a 12-6 lead, but that was a great set from them and good signs from Taniela Paseka. They need the best out of Paseka, and his charge just before the Olakau'atu run was his best of the game.
Anthony Seibold will go to the finals for the first time since 2019, and he was the coach of the Broncos. Question is, where will they start their finals run? Could it possibly be Brookvale? Equation, win these last 2 games, and they will play at Brookvale in Week 1. Lodge, well handled. Lodge, his 7th run. Another great run, Paseka. Croker, Lawton. The momentum those 2 big boys are creating for Manly. Jake Trbojevic now is happy just to punch it forward. Croker, a forward pass. Savage called that one.
They just mistimed there, the run from Tom, and he tried to get forward there, Lockie Croker, to bring Tom onto the ball and get in front of him, but just couldn't do it.
It's tight, but it's probably the right call.
Yeah, it's
a bad play.
It was borderline, but it was forward.
So now Canterbury get another chance here. That's the second time Manly have made an error at around this spot, around halfway. Canning left side again, where Burton links up with Tracy and it just opens up. Can't get on the inside of Garrick. Like something about that side of Manly's defence, the Bulldogs, and they're already inside the 20. And they'll get an extra tackle as well as King with a centering run. Marnie a dummy half. Salmon the 13. Here's Hughes with a bit of footwork. Front rower plays it on the 10. Marnie comes back now to Sexton. King a little flat-footed. Be pretty comfortably handled here on tackle number 3 as they again open up the right side. It's Burton to Sexton. The little kick. Preston wants to come through, so does Tracy, but the kick beats them all. In the end, Manly were untroubled by that little play.
Well, Preston found himself on the ground, but I think he just ran into a Manly defender there. The Dogs were appealing. Quick tap taken by Manly, and that's a 15-metre gain.
And that is a 0 tackle.
Well, I think that was Luke Brooks just stood his ground there as Preston collided with him.
Bit of ferocity in that tackle. As Garrick gets up. There's Nathan Brown in the game. Trying to milk 6 more tackles here. Tell you what, Ashley Klein had the whistle to the mouth just momentarily. Paseka. When he has games like this, Manly fans ask, why not every week? As it goes left to right, Cherry Evans, Olakau'atu, Tom Trbojevic now out to Saab, runs over Addo-Carr. Oh, those two are having a battle. Now 6 more tackles, 6 more here for Manly. Saab gets up limping, looking for 3 straight tries. Front rower to front rower, Brown to Paseka. Brooks, left foot step inside Hughes, inside King, inside Preston, now Cherry Evans, Tom Trbojevic, great tackle, Burton. 2 gone though, so much time for Manly. Cherry Evans stabs a kick, Garrett coming through, Addo-Carr, no problem, but he has to take it out the back.
Yeah, nice kick there from Cherry Evans. No Jason Saab, he's still back getting attention on that bat, on that ankle. Over the top of Josh Addo-Carr and just
Bronson.
Well, fell awkwardly. Bronson
On
Cherry,
report, dangerous contact on the legs.
and he's been put on report for it.
Let's go. Let's go, Matt. No clock. Let's go.
A reminder, they do have Tolu Kola on the bench, Manly. Be a problem for Sherry. Here's the short one from Burton. It's got the 10. Oh, terrific catch. Lehigh Hopewadi. And Manly get it back in great field position. Paseka. His 8th run in this powerhouse performance. Look at Nathan Brown steam onto it. It takes all the strength and the Bulldogs to stop him. Now Paseka. That time a little flat-footed. Try line right in front of him. Brown. Cherry Evans. Back now Olakau'atu. And again, Hughes needs all his might. And Olakau'atu still almost takes him all the way to the try line. Big last play. Brown for Brooks. Brooks for Tom Trbojevic. And it goes to Lau. Hopewadi. He's got it. He's got it in the corner. It looks like a Manly try. And so simple. And a Canterbury team that averages 16 a game is looking at a scoreboard which already shows 16 have been put on them.
Well, Lehigh Hopewadi's done a remarkable job to get that ball down, but what about the football that Manly are playing? They are just smashing the Dogs now in the middle and then on the edges. Trbojevic, quick hands. Tommy Talau did the same thing. Jarrell Skelton just caught flat-footed, and Lehigh Hopewadi, who looks like he's played 100 games of first grade, not a dozen, just bursts onto the ball, into the corner, so close to the sideline, gets it down, and gave up the early try, Manly, but they are all over the Dogs at the moment. Paseka, Nathan Brown, since he's been on the field, Matt Lodge, who led it from the start. They are winning the battle in the middle.
Did you see the look on Lehigh Hopewadi's face? He was a little worried there. He knew that step.
Just
maybe he didn't time it with the put down. He got it though. He got it. An ultra impressive start to this young man's career. He was fullback first few games and now out on the wing. There's other options too, but his form has been so irresistible. He has kept his spot in this side. Well, most points Canterbury have conceded in the first 20 minutes all season. Garrick to add a little insult to injury. He's 3 from 3, and Manly lead 18-6.
Yeah, we saw Jason Saab struggling with that ankle injury, and Bronson Xerri was put on report for it. Here it is. Xerri and just drops on the back of the leg there. And that's the charge. It was a close thing.
His weight doesn't
actually come down on the back, but he hasn't swung himself around.
The way he drags him down doesn't look great, but then again, his weight doesn't fall on him. So we'll leave that for others to determine. But Manly, 3 tries in quick succession. Wow.
Jason Saab's had that ankle strapped up, and he's still out there, which is good news for the Seagulls.
Oh, Paseka. They can't handle Daniela Paseka.
He has been a mountain for them, hasn't he?
10th run now. And that gets them a little bit of momentum, and that gets Luke Brooks interested. So 3 gone here. Already closing in on halfway. Jake Jaborovich, Wally Cherry Evans. Olakawatsu's already had his moments. Burton been given all he can handle. Cherry Evans kicking before the last.
Picked up Connor Tracy.
Never in doubt. Tracy pushing away from Garrick. Tracy then takes a tumble. So we've just crossed the midway point of this first half. On this exceptional weekend, what about tomorrow? We've got the Dragons looking to stay in the 8 at 3 o'clock, and then the battle at Brisbane at 5:30, live from Suncorp Stadium. Some of the games that are coming after this: Penrith, South Sydney, the Panthers. All of a sudden, no top 4 certainties, so we need to take care of business there. King. Burton, who has really kept it to these sorts of kicks. Garrick with Adokar all over him. No panic at all from the Manly centre.
Great chase from Josh Adokar. They've got to do something defensively here now, the Dogs. It has been too easy for Manly to get out of their own end. On the back of their big boys. Paseka, Lodge, doing the job for them.
Now it's on the Ruben Garrick run. Manly have won 9 of the last 10 against the Bulldogs.
Just didn't strike it well, Lockie Croker there. Great position to kick a 40-20.
He can kick a 40-20. Here's Skelton. Good footwork, but nice tackling down low from Brooks with Talau over the top. Heroes. It's a better start to the set for Canterbury. Some good bullocking running. Josh Curran. Remember, the Dogs were 12-0 down against the Warriors last week, so no strangers to deficits. Manly look terrific, though, in these opening exchanges. There's a salmon run, which comes to an end. Is this where Burton uncorks a big one? Here he comes. And more end over end again, trying to land this. He tried to land it in the field of play, but it floated too long. And there is Tolu Kola, so that's not a good sign here, you would think, for Saab. No. Jason Saab is off.
Perfect that they got Tolu Kola sitting on the bench. Normally an injury to an outside back would cause a lot of problems and reshuffling, but having Tolu Kola sitting on the bench, ideal.
They are down to 16. They are down to 16, though. Manly up 18 points to 6.
Well, that was a mistake that's just sort of snuck under the radar there from Matt Burke. That was a blue there. He had perfect position to put some pressure on Manly, and he put it into the in goal.
Would you like to see the more unconventional kick more often from him?
Yeah, every now and then. Yeah. Well, it's such a weapon. I don't know why you'd shelve it for weeks on end.
And now it's Nathan Brown straight into Harry Hayes, the Bulldogs' number 16. Good meters again for Manly. Cherry Evans. The top Trebojevic threatening. Combining to make the tackle. Cherry and Burton. Last. The kick, Olakau'atu coming through. Tracy, courageous, and then taken mid-air.
He's in the air. Making a tackle in the air.
Well, he should have realised that if he wasn't able to get there, just pull up on your run and make the tackle. Well, he almost did. He almost did. That's it. You'd have to say he was playing at the ball there.
Yeah, that decision,
and collided.
That decision,
collided with the fullback. I don't want to go down the line of saying those penalties are just mindless.
No, that does go down the usual path. What happened there, in that it is a penalty, even though Olakau'atu had good intentions, it seemed. Hayes dumbing here. Tracy hunting. He's outside. Curran. Footwork. Second.
And with Tolly coming on now, Tommy Talau's gone to the left wing. Lehigh Hopewadi's pushed out the right wing, so he's taken the spot of Jason Saab with Tolly Kohler at left centre.
Okay, so Hopewadi left wing now right. Here's a sprint. Burton, kick out the decoy. Tracy now getting it on to Cherry. Out it goes to Addo-Carr. Oh, Hopewadi. Sensational tackle. Look out. Tom Trbojevic is away, but we've got a penalty to Canterbury.
Grabbed it.
So player taken off the ball.
What is it? Penalty for interference.
Are we thinking any more there, Jerry? I didn't know.
Well, hang on. This mightn't be finished.
You can just get the mark. Come on.
So the bunker is having a look. And
I followed play, so I don't know exactly what's happened here. Connor Tracy. Cherry Evans.
Where's the marker?
Hang on.
now, is it here? Is it here?
No, it can't be there.
We haven't seen an issue there.
So there won't be anything.
Over here, guys. Oh no, it wasn't try scoring necessarily because he wasn't never going to be the best defender, receiver.
Okay, so the Dogs. Well, Hopewadi did an amazing job there to backpedal and then make the tackle on Josh Addo-Carr and put him into touch.
So there was a grab of Toby Sexton. That's why the penalty went to Canterbury. Across the 25-minute mark here. Crowd's been a little subdued, in fact, very subdued. Starting to make some noise again. Tracy looking threatening with every touch, it seems.
Set restart.
Sexton on the angle. Burton, he drew his man, gave it to Addo-Carr. Got past Garrick and scored! But now he's hurt. What's happened? Josh Addo-Carr, he gets over, but at what price?
Well, it looked like Ruben Garrick had his number there, but Josh Addo-Carr just exploded on the outside. Hard to say whether he's hurt himself or not, but here's the movement from the Dogs. Toby Sexton just holding it up, out the back to Burton. Quick hands there out to Josh Addo-Carr and gets on the outside of Garrick, but pulls up as he's going across the line. You can see that.
Calf?
Well, it can only be a cramp because he's walking back into position now, which is early days for a cramp, you'd think.
Had a right ankle injury last year. He's had a couple of stints on the sidelines this year, and he just had a run, of course, cut down by Hopewadi.
Yeah, it might be a reoccurrence of that ankle. Obviously not as bad. It does look like he's going to be able to walk it off.
What about this game, Brandy?
Well, off the back of a penalty, the Dogs with limited chances down this end of the field. They've been able to come up with a good play down that left-hand side. Toby Sexton holding it up long enough to combine with Burton, who then gave it to Addo-Carr. He had Ruben Garrick in front of him and was just too quick.
So this to make it a one-score game once again. Having some joy on this side, the Bulldogs. And that needs to hold. It does hold! It's 18 points to 12.
The Fox, Josh Addo-Carr, we know what an absolute lightning-fast finisher he is. And look, the Bulldogs trainer has just been out attending to what appears to be a right ankle issue. Now, he missed a chunk of the season with a hamstring problem not long ago, but since he has been back, that try there makes it 5 tries in 6 weeks for the Fox. You can see he's in a fair bit of pain, but the trainer out attending to it now, and it appears as though he's going to continue.
Yeah, his issues this year, shoulder and hammy, so it's not something we've seen in 2024 from Josh Addo-Carr. 5 tries in this game, which is 27 minutes old. Kick out. And it was around this time last week where the Bulldogs put the foot down against the Warriors and took command. And Manly, their record with leads this year has been well documented. Kick out has been used more as a decoy tonight, not this time. Well read though. Kawatu and Cherry Evans with the tackle. Tracy, all right from Tracy. Oh, he's driven there by Croker. Distance and well inside the 40. That's a better kick from Matt Burton. Kontrabojevic starts his run from right on his try line.
Still a set where the Dogs struggled to make metres. They only made 30 metres. There's no doubt that Manly's middles have won that battle of momentum.
That's the area so many have thought Canterbury would struggle this year. They have enough punch, but they've been so inventive,
well, they've been
clever and getting way around that.
That's right. They've been getting out of their own end by moving the ball, shifting the ball, not exactly making line breaks, but just moving the Manly defence and making metres off the back of it.
One of their great runners, Jacob Kiraz, just 2 runs from him so far. He's in the centres, of course, tonight. Gerald Skelton, also 2 runs. Great ball runner. This kick, Tracy, no panic from him. Not a particularly deep kick. Churchill studio at half-time. There's got to be 40,000 plus here on this Friday night.
It kept filling up as the game started. There were still people getting to their seats 10 minutes in.
Now 40-20 intent perhaps. Marnie, he's found open space. Won't have the angle for the 40-20, but it'll do. Kontrabojevic now has a try already. Gets past Kiraz, but not the kicker, Marnie. Hopewadi, impressive already.
Yeah, good movement there. Saw kick out coming at him very quickly there. Just a bit of footwork to evade kick out.
First half full of highlights as Stephen Crichton looks on. Hopewadi's tackle might be the best play of all. 5 tries, but Hopewadi's tackle on Addo-Carr was a beauty. That was well read there. Kohler collected, Aloye off the bench. Make it to halfway. Last tackle for Cherry Evans. Addo-Carr, wasn't sure that was for him, but he steadies himself. Still doesn't look right, Josh Addo-Carr, but has improved. Oh my goodness, Cherry drops it, and now Olakau'atu couldn't quite tow it through. Knock on. Well, that's a diabolical error.
Where do you want it?
You're right about their outside backs. You mentioned the lack of work from Jarrell Skelton, someone who made 23, 25 runs up there in Brisbane a couple of weeks ago. A few runs from Jacob Kiraz. Bronson Cherry jumps in to try and help out to get the Dogs going forward and comes up with an error. They scored from this position, Manly, their first try.
They sure did. They put on a clinic out of a scrum. 4 on the left, 2 on the right. Again, they go to the right. Canterbury knew where that was heading, and Croker is brought down. Josh Aloye. Six more tackles. That's the third the Dogs have given away tonight. Brooks inside. Steaming Olakau'atu. 3 needed to stop him. Croker backs back. Brown keeps it going. Brooks to the front man. Wonderful pass. Lobbed under the posts. And Luke Brooks with a beauty of a ball.
Well, they were putting a good set together. On the right side, Hamoli Olakawatu has, at the moment, it's not a points win, it's a knockout win against Viliami Kickout. Olakawatu, every time he gets the ball, is a handful. Takes it almost to the try line, drags 3 with him. They then shoot it left. Good ball by Croker, Brown involved, and then the deception from Luke Brooks brings the players on up on the outside, out of the defensive line. That's a great no-look pass there. That's as good as they get. Carl Lawton just ran into the space and waited for the ball to be delivered, and Brooks did it perfectly.
Well, Manly fans would be delighted. This is a finals atmosphere tonight. He's about to go into his first finals, and he is totally unfazed. Luke Brooks as Lawton straight back into the starting side. Well, Canterbury's defence, the #1 defence in the comp, has been picked apart at times tonight.
Well, they had plenty of strike on the outside that Brooks looked like he was going to pass it to. One of those was Trbojevic as Ruben Garrick slots the kick. And that distraction of Trbojevic and those on the outside allowed Lawton to... Well, they forgot about Lawton. They clean forgot about him, and Brooks just put it on a platter for him.
Now, a trip we're looking at here from Toby Sexton.
Well, he tried hard.
I don't think they charge you if you miss. I don't think they do, but he's on report.
No.
Be careful. I know you missed him, but...
Missed him.
Missed him.
Yeah. You can't be on report if you've missed.
It is a strange one. But if you've got the intent but miss, it doesn't count. But Manly don't care right now. They've got a 12-point lead once again. 6 tries in the first half. Now, Brown! Literally off the back fence. He's behind the dead ball line there near the LED fencing. Tolukola. Jason Sun possibly out of the game.
Jason Saab, highly unlikely to return. It is a high left ankle sprain, fellas.
Oh, geez, they're the ones that can ruin a few weeks missing. Not just the damage done tonight. Thank you, James Hooper. Manly in the middle. Cherry Evans gets it on. Olakawatu. He got past Burton. There's the cover there of Sherry that was necessary. Dinking kick by Cherry Evans. Hopewadi, brilliant. Oh, they just couldn't get the finish. Oh, the skills of Lehigh Hopewadi.
That was a great kick from Cherry Evans. Just dinked it over the top of the Bulldogs' defence there. And Lehigh Hopewadi, he almost got that back on the inside, all in one motion. Gets it and flicks it. Oh, how quickly did he get rid of that ball? That was almost stunning. Almost.
I know he didn't hit his man, but it looked even better on replay.
What a talent. I loved his brother Will. I thought Will was just one of the great all-rounders, could do anything. Lehigh very quickly.
Yeah. That was a Will Hopewadi type play, wasn't it?
Yep.
Brilliant stuff. 19 years old. Lehigh Hopewadi. Curran wrapped up here. Manly giving away 3 penalties, but no rulers. Hayward now with his first touch. Burton to Tracy. Sherry. Canterbury's best area. Sexton the kick. End over end. Burton chasing, leading the chase. And he can't out-jump that man, Tom Trbojevic. Not only are Manly putting on a show right now, well, now they're going to have to defend. Well, Tommy Talau puts it down. That's the sort of thing they haven't done since very early in the game. An unforced error.
Yeah, Tommy Talau coming in from the left wing there to take a hit up. Drops the ball as they make contact. And what a golden chance now for the Dogs, who have been very good at making Manly pay the price for errors. There's the bench. How good were those boys? Paseka and Lodge, just outstanding start to the game.
It goes left, where there are 2 Canterbury players. One of them is Bronson Cherry. We bumped off Garrick. They really are working Ruben Garrick over. Shadow card, dummy half. Marnie drops it off. Hayes. 7th first grade game. Manly's defenders rush up on that side. Burton cuts back in. Burton almost. Oh, a big tackle, Aloye. Now Marnie. It's play on. It's Manly's. It's Tom Trebojevic with sensational work out of marker.
What a tackle that was. Back on the inside, Matt Burton looked for all money like he was going to score a try. And then Reid Marnie not happy about the Manly hands knocking the ball away. But it looked like he took a step. Here's the tackle on Burton. Aloye, the man that made it. That was brilliant. That's a try save.
You would swear
that's 6-point save.
Burton was going to get there. The hard work had been done. Nathan Brown, he leaves Curran on the ground. So Brown has really picked up from where Paseka and Lodge left off. 7 runs, 73 metres before that one. By the way, Paseka 11 for 111. That's the sort of stats you read for a full game for a front rower, and he's done it with his first stint. 6-0 after a minute and a half to Canterbury, but it's been really Manly ever since. Skelton, his 5th run.
Burton, no one to give it to there. A bit disorganised out on the right. They go back left.
For Harry Hayes. That's 4 gone here with only 2 left in this first half. Burton chip kick. Burton chasing. So is Marnie. Now he's going to claim he was taken out, Marnie, and Klein does blow the penalty.
Because it is touch and go between kicking the ball up and kicking. That's why it's just a penalty.
Touch and go, he said. Touch and go. So no doubt the Bulldogs players asking if the sin bin was part of the equation. He kicks the ball and...
Oh, jeez.
Well, in slow motion, nothing ever looks good there.
No.
You know, that would have happened in a split second. Trebojevic holding his line, put his arm out as he made contact with the ball.
And there were Manly players around there, so... Here we go, Bulldogs. The fans are booing. They might be cheering in a moment. You get the sense this is a very important minute and 18 seconds. Manly are never comfortable with the lead, but the Bulldogs have got so much ground to cover. Kick out, chopped down. 6 more. Hayes scoots into dummy half. Bailey Hayward at the line. Sexton on the angle. The double pump for Tracy. Now the quick hands. Work to do first. Skelton. He can't get there. Kohler and Tom Trebojevic save it. Kiraz. Oh, he eyed Lawton. He got past him easily. But Aloye there again. The commitment for Manly, fantastic in this first half. 40 seconds left. Hayward. Oh, put down. Hayes, it looks like, has dropped it.
Oh, boy.
And that is that.
Knock on by Connor.
They are getting a taste of their own medicine, Canterbury. The tackles Manly are making is what we're getting used to for Canterbury when they're scrambling.
Watch this try saver right here on Jarrell Skelton. Unbelievable there from Tolu Kohler. How he stopped a big man like that. Skelton is a beast. Kohler tackles him round the shoulders, stops him, dead. Short of the try line, and then they come up with an error, just a mix-up there between Hayward and Hayes. Right on half-time.
Well, that's a big lead, even with this big home crowd and recent history to consider. It's a big lead for the Manly Seagulls. There's still a chance to get a home final. Canterbury haven't locked in their home final. And it's the Manly Seagulls leading the Canterbury Bulldogs 24 points to 12. This is a long way from over. The second half begins here, exclusive on Fox League. And it's the Manly Seagulls, 4 tries in the first half. Josh Aloye, the big men, have really laid a platform for Manly so far. Like that one, Nathan Brown. His 9th run, he's closing in on 100 metres. Taniela Paseka's already got there. Jacob Worthing's getting it on. Olakuatu. Nowhere for him to go this time with Kikau and Burton all over him. Manly appearing to be down to 16 with Jason Saab injured. And a tackle which might get some action from the match review. Tom Trebojevic not quite to halfway. known particularly for their defence, but it was fantastic in the first half. Just the right times. Some wonderful try-saving moments from them. Canterbury have looked dangerous, though, any time they've sent the ball to their left. Kick out, not in a great way, just talking to a trainer there. Well away from play at the moment as it comes to Skelton. He's okay kick out. He's back into his natural position. But on to kick out. There's a head fake. And the pass. Nothing wrong with kick out. Burton goes to ground. Wesley Klein not taking the bait there. Tackle count does not restart. Connor Tracy as dangerous as any of the Bulldogs to date. Very good set that from Canterbury. Meters have been such a problem so far. Addo-Carr. Oh, Hopewadi climbed into Addo-Carr. Ball knocked back and we continue.
Oh, that hurt. That stung a bit. Lehigh Hopewadi flying over the back there of Josh Addo-Carr, landing awkwardly on the ground. You're right about the set that the Dogs were able to put together. And unfortunately for Hopewadi, he's able to push it back as he goes over the top of Josh Addo-Carr.
And thankfully, he's okay. So now with Nathan Brown to 3 Bulldogs defenders. Aloye. First time off the bench this year. Does help when Matt Lodge is available. They have an option to have Aloye come from the Pine. Girl Skelton did not see much of this in the first half. Then tidy pick up Kiraz. Kiraz now gets it on. Sexton, the Bulldogs, looking a little dangerous. Tracy engaging with Garrick. Now comes to Sherry. Oh, puts a move on, but Hopewadi again comes up with a big play.
Well, I think it's these players, that the outside backs who have been so good for the Dogs this year, that are going to drag them back into the game.
Oh, kick out. 2 defenders in. Addo-Carr burns Cherry Evans, but the ankle tap brings Addo-Carr down. Another moment where Manly have saved it. As it swung across field. Marnie to Sexton. Kiraz. He's got Colo in front of him. Colo comes up with the help of 2 others. Tackle made. Only 3 gone though. Here's Harry Hayes. More metres for the Bulldogs here than we were seeing in the first half. Hayward spotted a little gap in front of him. Gets inside the 10. Final play here. Comes to Sexton. Early ball. Kick out. Defenders everywhere. But the big fella gets in. Got past Garrick and kick out. Back into the contest in a big way. And here come the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Tommy Trebojevic down on the ground there. And it was Viliami kick out. Got the ball. Still had a couple of Manly defenders in front of him. Just went down low. Burrowed his way to the line. Just threw himself into the in-goal area, basically. And it's been the ball movement and the smarts from the Dogs. The work from the outside backs. Cherry Evans just getting a piece of the Addo-Carr boot, saving that situation, but then Kikau out the back, gets on the inside of Garrick, down low, and that head went straight into the knee of Tom Trebojevic, who's still struggling in the in-goal. Ruben Garrick's made a lot of tackles so far tonight, and that one just missed. Kick out with a bit of footwork. Takes Olakau'atu with him.
Their plan, hang on, what have we got here? What have we got?
Decision's under review, looking for a potential obstruction.
Okay.
Was Olakau'atu taken out? Cherry comes through.
Bronson Cherry forces Somali Olakau'atu to have to check his run, where he's entitled to have a clear run to be able to defend Viliami Kikau, who comes back on the inside.
Try gone.
We have a decision.
Well, to the letter of the law, he made contact with him, and although he only checked him, there wasn't much in it. Olakau'atu got to kick out, but it was too late. So the try's been taken off the Dogs. Takes nothing away from how they've started this second half. Tom Trebojevic, shin, ankle, copped it hard.
So all eyes on Tom Trbojevic now.
He's all right.
Yeah.
He's wandering around. There he is in the in-goal area.
He's in a bit of pain, but yeah, there we go. Just, don't worry about it, boys. So the penalty for Manly. And just get a bit of breathing space. James Hooper, down to you.
Manly coach Anthony Seibold wants the Seagulls to really tighten up defensively. He thinks that their middles are too compressed. It's creating space out wide. He wants them to decompress in the middle where the Dogs had some success. Jason Saab, syndesmosis. He'll be gone for the next 2 to 4 weeks. For the Bulldogs, Cameron Ciraldo, fix the defence because we're losing the play to ball.
Good stuff. Thank you, James Hooper. Manly here. Encouraging set again. Brooks getting chances to run tonight because his big men are laying the platform.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about the Dogs and their mobile pack, but tonight it's been the big men from Manly that have overpowered them and set the tone for the game.
Look at Watu's pass. Garrick gaining a few extra metres. Now, Tracy. Popawati timed that run to make the tackle. Wasn't really interested in the contest. Addo-Carr swarmed in upon. Right, strong Addo-Carr. Still has to play the ball. Skilton. Now starting to get some runs under his belt, although not many metres here. Kiraz. A sight Dogs fans didn't see often enough in the first half. Burton the kick out. Getting a little space. Now Sherry. Garrick grabs his man. Burton. This one dropping down inside the 10. Trbojevic has Sexton to contend with. Sexton, very tidy tackle for the Bulldogs number 7.
And again, they push it left. They push it left on second last play. They make some metres, get a quick play the ball, and Burton's able to get a good kick in and kick it into that 10-metre box.
And also there, bringing Trbojevic down to start that set. No change to the half-time score with that kick-out try taken off the board. Penrith South coming up after this. This is the story here tonight. What transpires at Accor Stadium. That's a great kick. Tracy in trouble. Tracy's gone. Huge play for Manly.
Play the ball when you want it.
It's Manly ball.
Cherry Evans has got one of the great long kicking games. He really does, and he's been doing it now for 14 years. That is a great kick from Cherry Evans.
Across field as well. That kick
from the other side of the field.
So much ground. Now Manly. What a chance. They had real success on the attack in the first half. Inside the 10s. Roker to Cherry Evans. There's Lawton. He's already scored one. Driven back over the 10-metre line. Trbojevic gets a decoy. Cherry Evans gets it on. Brooks. Olakau'atu steaming onto it. Burton first to meet him. Hayes in port. They still can't get him. Finally, Olakau'atu dropped to the ground. Oh, Croker out of dummy half almost gets there. Harry Hayes was caught out. Well, the Dogs hold on. 2 tackles left. Olakau'atu for dummy half. Oh, not quite. Last, Cherry Evans. Double pump. Cherry. Big tackle, Bronson Cherry.
Great play, Bronson Cherry there. The double pump from Cherry Evans. It would have fooled a lot of defenders there, but Bronson Cherry just held his ground, made a great ball and all tackle.
We have raved about the finals-like atmosphere, but there is finals-like desperation happening here between the Bulldogs and the Manly Seagulls.
Throw there from Cherry Evans.
Skill
kick out.
Now it's Curran. Ball comes out. Play on. Manly's. And they're inside the 20. Canterbury got a little desperate there. They weren't making metres. Brown back to the 10. And the offload. Jake Trbojevic, steady. Tackle 2. Croker. Brooks, left foot step. Can't get through Marnie. 30th tackle for Reid Marnie. Open side. Brown to Cherry Evans. Out it goes Garrick. Slips the pass. Hopewadi a chance. Yes, sir! Lehigh Hopewadi is over. Hayward, manful effort to get underneath, but Lehigh Hopewadi is having some night tonight.
What a player he is, Lehigh Hopewadi, 19 years of age, playing his 11th first-grade game, still with some work to do, but brilliant on the inside. It was Tolu Kola, the ball over the top. Here's the 40-20 from Daly Cherry Evans. This is one of the best I've ever seen. He's kicking it from the other tram lines. He's kicking it from the other side of the field. That kick's gone 70 metres.
Has to. It's nearly
gone 70 metres.
60 metres in distance alone. Luke Brooks with the big play.
Luke Brooks with the one-on-one steal. Josh Curran coughs it up. They shift it right. Nathan Brown, Daly Cherry Evans. Reuben Garrick with the ball to Lehigh Hopewadi, who was at a standstill when he took it. He had to accelerate, get past Bronson Cherry, then he had Connor Tracy back on the inside. Just watch what he does here, Hopewadi. Big left foot, back on the inside, beats Tracy. Hayward can't do the job. It's a great play. That is, but go back to Cherry Evans, the 40-20. One of the best you've seen.
Good effort from Hayward. Certainly got that down Hopewadi. So he's got two, and he's certainly saved at least one. Garrick, perfect so far tonight. That one tucks inside the left upright. 30-12. The Bulldogs conceding points. This is a rarity in 2024. There's Tom Trebojevic getting strapped up, but he does not look too concerned.
No, he's hobbling around, but it obviously it's just an impact injury that almost like a cork or a bruising. But here's Hopewadi scoring in the first half. And this one, Garrick, that's a terrific pass from Reuben Garrick, but great moves there. Hopewadi, the acceleration, then the right foot step to get on the inside of Connor Tracy.
One on the left wing, one on the right.
He just looks so comfortable doing it.
19. Starring tonight, 30-12. First time the Dogs have conceded 30 all season. And Manly still have another 29.5 minutes to add. Manly again to repeat the equation. Penalty! Offside Bulldogs. If Manly finish this off tonight and win next week against Cronulla, they will get a Brookvale final. And next week is at Four Pines Park. Their destiny is in their own hands. And they have to look at the ladder properly. I guess they could run into Canterbury at Brookvale. That would be a possibility if the Dogs don't win next week against the Cowboys. Those questions to be answered down the track. Manly here to go on the attack again. We've got a problem.
Matt.
Bulldogs
Enough to
are
stop
about
the
to come
game
off
by the
here.
trainer. Matt needs to go off.
Burton. It's Burton who is
Take
ordered
two
off for a
cards.
concussion test. Well, that's precisely the player they don't need out of the game right now. They need to put some points on in a hurry. Jacob Preston back into the contest.
Bailey Hayward will move to 5'8".
Which is a more natural position for him, but that's a big blow. It's Burton out for 15 minutes at least. Brooks running nice and straight. Onto Cherry Evans, Tom Trebojevic. Silky hands Tolu Kola. Garrick gets past one defender. In fact, that's Tommy Talau out there. Now comes across here from Croker. Brown to Cherry Evans. Cut out ball, there's Garrick winding up. Pinsey is back and scores. Oh, they're putting on a clinic. The Manly Seagulls are turning it on tonight.
Well, we've spoken a fair bit about the Dogs and their ability to shift the ball and move the defence around. The Manly Seagulls just went left and then right. To the far left side of the field, they then had the whole team involved in this play. And it's the ball from Cherry Evans out across the face of Luke Brooks. Hits Reuben Garrick, who accelerates into space, and the Dogs just couldn't get there. A great pass from Cherry Evans. Turns Addo-Carr around, and Bronson Cherry he's left floundering. He can't get to Reuben Garrick. It was the quality of the pass from Daly Cherry Evans that got him on the outside of Sherry, and Garrick just accelerated into space. 34-12.
Incredible. And that man, they have worked him over, the Bulldogs, Reuben Garrick. He was never going to be stopped once he got a sniff. Boy, the stars are shining tonight. Cherry Evans, Brooks, Lehigh Hopewadi, Tom Trbojevic has a try and a try assist. And what a time to click into gear, just a fortnight out from the finals.
And really, it comes back to the opening 25 minutes of the game where the big men, Paseka and Lodge, steamrolled the Bulldogs.
Brown now, 12 runs, 120 metres. So he and Aloiai have done the job after those two you mentioned came off for a break. First miss of the night, but right now it's Manly just extending this lead by the minute, 34-12.
The Manly Seagulls are carving up the best defensive outfit in the NRL competition, the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Reuben Garrick with that try there. Now, Matt Burton has had to go off the field for Canterbury Bankstown. It is a Category 2 HIA, so he is still being assessed as we speak. This crowd is going off. It is a record crowd for a Friday 6 p.m. game. 35,502 fans at a core stadium.
Okay, thank you, Hoops. 35,502. And I think we might have more next week, as disappointed as they may be. They've got the Cowboys here, the much friendlier time, Saturday 5:30. Much easier for people to get to this ground. And then, well, no guarantee it seems whether they get that home final they've been craving. It's a real blow. He picked up an injury in Vegas. It's just been that sort of season. Now with the syndesmosis, so he's out for a few weeks. There's a run from Aloiai looking to fall on his front. Brown.
Brown, 133 metres, 13 runs, 5 tackle busts, a couple of offloads. He's done it all, Nathan Brown. Been great for them off the bench all season.
Here's the deep one from Cherry Evans and Addo Carr. Floats back into the in goal. And they've done some wonderful things, the Bulldogs. They need something quite miraculous here to get back into this contest. 22 down, 25 and a half to go. Manly delivering a reality check to this point. No Crichton, of course, no Man. Man unlikely to be back, well, certainly for the next few weeks with a broken collarbone. Crichton is available. He's suspended. He's through Jamin Salmon. Nothing doing down the middle. Still 25 to go. And the kick put up some deep from Sexton. He collided there with Brown, who was trying to put pressure on. Brown, a little while to get back up there.
Yeah, but Brown did exactly what players need to do, and they should go back and look at that. He made a tackle on Toby Sexton. He didn't push him, didn't just make contact with him, wrapped his arms around him and made a tackle, took him to ground.
Committed.
That's what players need to do when they're putting pressure on kickers.
So Paseka here.
That was Lodge and Moran coming together.
Now that's inside the 40. That's got angle. That's got a chance. And Tracy, this one hauls that one in. And a terrific chase from the Seagulls. Bumping off. It's across here. This is Skilton. Curran.
Paseka back on the field from Manly.
A little shift here. Tracy, as dangerous as any of the Bulldogs tonight, but well taken down here. Garrick has to get up. Sexton with the high one. No drama for Tom Trbojevic. Kick out running into Cherry Evans, who was standing there like a statue. And we continue. It's a pretty free-flowing game, only the 7 penalties.
Release Josh! Jacob Wade!
live from Accor Stadium. Over 35,000 here. And they're silent at the moment as Lodge gets up, screaming for a penalty. The second. Third Tomcha Bojovic. Over halfway. Good set again from the Seagulls. Tracy. Nice line of Manly defenders there. When the Manly attack is humming as it's been tonight, it really is a sight to behold. It might give some teams a few scares in the finals, looking at teams in the bottom four who could do damage. And Moran there. Delayed reaction there and made to get up to play it.
Well, they'd had a really good month and a half up until that loss to the Tigers last week. 5 from 6. Put some very good performances together as Sexton comes down that right-hand side.
Ooh, that was ugly. Now, Brooks is saying that's not my fault. Instant penalty from Ashley Klein. Preston's up, so no damage done.
Luke on the board!
He's on report. Oh, that could have been a catastrophe.
Well, he got his hands in between the legs and lifted. That's it.
Doesn't go to the bin though.
Didn't come down, didn't follow on with the tackle, let go, but still dangerous position. Penalty.
So the Bulldogs here get a chance.
Again, there's a mile of time. There's 21 minutes. They get a quick one here, the Dogs.
Well, they've had comebacks before.
Yeah.
Now this will top them, but they're used to being behind on the scoreboard.
All over the ball.
Here.
Play on!
They tap and go. Curran down the middle. Well, he caught one or two of them asleep. They scramble Manly. Manly have done some of their best work in this situation tonight. Goal line defence. Although Salmon threatens and almost goes through. Tomcha Bojovic hangs on. Left is deep. Sexton. Cherry Evans rushes up and gets an intercept. How many times has he done that this year? He just stood there and got a gift from Toby Sexton.
Well, that is his style of defence. Up quickly, trying to force the play back on the inside, but Toby Sexton threw the pass anyway with him just standing there, waiting. Cherry Evans comes up with another big play.
He almost got there too quickly, Cherry Evans. He gave himself away, but he's still got the pass thrown to him. Lodge. It's halfway on tackle 4. Paseka driving those legs again. And then a little bit of mustard on that tackle. Penalty Seagulls.
All over the ball, got a release. Interference.
They can't handle the big unit, Taniela Paseka.
With three Dogs to drag him down. And I think it was Josh Curran who just hung on too long. Cherry Evans finds touch. Yeah. They come again. Well, very quickly turned from a Dogs opportunity to score a try back to Manly.
40 now is in sight. Paseka gets them going. 4 needed to stop him. Still inside the 10. Lodge getting ready to be a decoy as it comes out to Cherry Evans. Olakau'atu. He's been in the mood from the moment this game kicked off. He really enjoyed his battle with kick out. Comes to Cherry Evans. On it goes to Brooks. Out there to Tomcha Bojovic. The pass not hauled in by Talau. Not quite as clinical, Manly, as they've been for most of this contest.
We're just wondering if Tom didn't hang on to the ball long enough there. I thought I might have seen Tom dummy and go himself. I don't know whether that leg is hampering him. He's sort of watching him run across the back of the defensive line now. Just held the ball up, threw it across to Tommy Talau.
Big blow for the Bulldogs. Matt Burton is out of the game. He has failed that HIA assessment, so the 5'8" will not be back.
And can we check, please, James, is it a Category 1? Because they've now got a monster game coming up against North Queensland. They're going to have to win to get... Oh, what a shot! Hamole Olakau'atu has thrown the kitchen sink at Curtis Moran.
Matt, just stay here. thought the head might have hit the ground. I thought the head hit the ground.
His head, bro. He hit the head.
Looked like a great tackle from our angle.
Well, it did.
We'll wait to see the replay. Moran slow to get up. Look at him, poised.
Just a bit of footwork back on the inside, ran straight at Olakau'atu, who just got up under the ball. That's no problem
That's
there.
a cracker of a tackle from big Hamole Olakau'atu. It's going to be a play the ball.
Just to confirm, Dan, it is a Category 2 for Matt Burton, so provided he passes all the necessary protocols, he should be available for selection for the North Queensland Cowboys around 27 games.
Thank you, good stuff. Thank you, James Hooper. So important information there. He's no guarantee of playing next week, but certainly not wiped out at this stage. Curtis Moran comes off. So he goes off for a concussion test. And if he's wiped out of the game, Drew Hutchison is their 18th man who can be triggered. Dogs need to be very, very special from here. Sam Hughes. Just his 4th run tonight. Next. Deep. Palau. Galloping into the defence. So 24-12 at halftime. That disallowed try, so significant. Canterbury threatened to get this back to a 6-point game. It's been Manly since. Ethan Bullimore, nice and fresh. Just entering the game. And now, that's a great run from Matt Lodge. That'll get him, that's 100 metres by 4 Manly forwards. Paseka, Lodge, Brown, Aloiai.
Just when they required it, the Manly middle stand up.
A 4-pronged attack from the Manly big fellas. Now, Hopewadi, gets into Olakau'atu. Ball comes loose, might have come off Addo Carr, but it went backwards. Now Canterbury, this is where they can be dangerous. Manly scramble though, Skelton could only take the tackle.
We should not be surprised whatever happens around Lehigh Hopewadi. Took the ball, somehow got it away, and almost created an opportunity there. Olakau'atu flicking it out, and the Bulldogs cleaning it up, but a special piece of play from Lehigh Hopewadi.
Hughes.
Takes and just gets the arms free.
In a team full of quality wingers and centres, Lehigh has got himself in a position where he's now a must in the Manly 17 each week. And he's only in his 11th game. Wonderful pass! Preston down the middle. Comes to Jabojevic, no one to give it to. Brooks coming in as well. Turbo's down. Turbo's down. Now it's the little chip kick. Tracy coming through. The bounce. Batted back. Turbo's still down. Oh, my goodness. The blood pouring out. And clutching at the elbow. Oh, boy. This now becomes so significant.
That was a big collision there. Toby Sexton, the pass to Jacob Preston.
Oh, that's a vicious cut. We're not quite in Tim Zoo areas, but we're not that far off. That is flowing out.
Well, the ball knocked dead by Manly at the end of that kick. But all attention has turned to Tom Trbojevic.
And since this might be his last involvement in the game.
And here's the... I think he cops one of his teammates. He gets the arm caught underneath there and immediately grabs for it.
Brooks coming in. Obviously, look, the head and the blood, that's spectacular stuff at the moment, but the arm is the real concern.
Yep.
And he will come straight off here. Tom Trbojevic still favouring that arm. So what had been a just about perfect night, albeit Saab injured, now has taken a turn perhaps for Manly, and the concern of Anthony Seibold says it all. Hopefully this is it. Just they'll stitch that up and he'll be back next week, but we'll wait and see.
Well, there's always an uneasy feeling, doesn't matter where Tom's playing when he leaves the field in these sort of circumstances, because everyone knows there was a big lump on his elbow there. Did you Did you see that?
All right, let's go,
And right elbow. Anyway, we'll get a report from James Hooper, but never good to see Tommy leave the field.
He's only played 2 final series, Tom Trbojevic, and hopefully we'll get the good news there and it'll be good to go next week. Jacob Preston now. But another situation averted for Manly. It's been a hallmark of their game tonight. It was if the Dogs haven't had their chances. Hughes back to the 20-metre line. Some good runs the last few minutes. Salmon down for Sexton. Kick out. From the try that was disallowed, they've really done a job on him. Sexton on a Hayward. Out it goes. Magnificent pass. But again, Manly there in numbers. Connor Tracy with delectable hands, but Kira's cut down. 2 tackles left. Marnie dropped by Salmon. Manly again survived.
Well, down that right side, I thought Jacob Kiraz had it. There was a chance that if he passed the ball to Jarrell Skelton, they might have been able to do something. Skelton was in front of him. Gave no chance to pass the ball. Jamin Salmon drops it. Toby Sexton has come to life in the last 10 minutes. Produced a couple of really nice balls for his support players and has Manly on the rack. But Manly have been very good.
So let's have a look at Tom Trbojevic here. So he goes in to tackle Preston.
It's the right elbow, right arm that he ends up grabbing that gets squashed underneath him.
A lot of weight falling on that arm.
Let's just hope there's no structural damage and it's just a blow and an impact injury.
Yeah. Hopefully have some news before full time. If not, as soon as we get it, we'll bring it to you. And our team call it the Penrith South game can bring that to you. As soon as we get news, you'll get news here on Fox League. And it is Penrith South coming up shortly. But Manly in pole position. Oh, kick out! Takes out his frustration on Cherry Evans.
Well, as he can do, Kickout can read when a half's getting the ball and just rush them.
This one, not a real 40-20 attempt to kick the belly there. That's the price you can pay if you don't get the belly kick out of the middle there. It becomes pretty comfortable for the opposition.
So the Manly doctor is currently assessing Tom Trbojevic for an HIA. While he is in there, they are also looking at his shoulder. That's where the concern is. But the bigger picture, the bigger issue for right now in the immediate is the head knock.
Yeah, thank you, Hoops. Now it's Max King. So they've had some better field position here, Canterbury, but nothing to show since halftime. Sexton working in with Hayward. Johnson Cherry 2-on-2. Cut down again. Ruben Garrick. No ball to Sexton, but no pressure. All the time in the world to put up that kick. Up they go. It's off Manly. And Talau comes down with it. This is not the sort of desperation and scramble we are used to from the Manly Seagulls, what they are producing here tonight.
Yeah, how many times have they been turned around down this left-hand side? And the work that Garrick and Hopewadi have been able to do defensively. Not to let Sherry or Josh Adokar get on the outside. Talau got his body in a great position there. Just denied the Dogs getting close enough to the ball.
Sizing it up on both sides. Real surprise. You imagine just going long and backing their defence. Oh, has that got a little fingertip on Sexton? He looked a little nervy there. It did look a little guilty, ever so briefly. Brad Moran, Hoops, has passed on, has passed his HIA for the Bulldogs. Curtis Moran, rather. Brad, that's a blast from the past. That looked like it might have touched the hand there, Rick Alexander.
I think it did.
Hayward, Sherry, almost to the 10, can't get the offload away. Unfortunate perhaps here, Canterbury, to have this chance. Marnie, on for Salmon, chopped down. Olakau'atu. Onside play again where Sexton, lovely pass, he won't be denied this time, Sexton, and Preston gets over. Well, they'll be talking themselves into the fact that they can still get out of this, the Bulldogs, 34-16.
Well, they got time on their side, Dan. 11 minutes is an eternity, and it's been the combination that's worked nicely. Toby Sexton And that man, Jacob Preston, and it was Sexton and Preston combining when Tom Trbojevic was injured. So not the first time in the last 10 minutes that those two have worked together and put some pressure on Manly. This time they come up with 4 points.
So first try of the second half for the Dogs. Preston's had an unhappy year in many ways. Well, basically injury. That's been where it's been unhappy.
Broke his jaw, had a foot injury.
That's right.
Missed a fair bit of footy.
When he's been on, he really has picked up from where he left off last year and has been superb again for the Bulldogs.
Well, those two on the edges have been great for them over the last month and a bit in this run of wins that they've had. Kick out, and there's the kick from Sexton.
They needed those. They need all of those, Canterbury. It is 34-16. 34-16. And the Pacific Championships are back, and the draw was announced over the last 24 hours. It starts October 17, and we've got the men's, we've got the women's, we've got a few weeks, or October 18, I should say, and it's going to be a fabulous few weeks. The Pacific's biggest sporting event back once again. 7 island nations compete for glory and pride. And NRL.com/tickets to get involved there. There's a game at Suncorp to open things up, and all over the place. So the Bulldogs here, well, they need to be perfect. Put a scare through Manly. And 10 minutes to go. It's worked up. Hughes. Manly have been so disciplined tonight, they can't let things slide a little now. And just give Canterbury a sniff. Salmon. Hughes. Oh, there's the put down ball by kick out. Just there's been some uncharacteristic mistakes from Canterbury at times tonight. And the frustration growing for Cam Serraldo.
And where they've made the errors too, and it's generally been around this part of the field. Seen Josh Curran, kick out a couple of times, lose the ball. Bronson Cherry. A lot of them have had a go at it.
So Manly, they've been deadly when they've been given their chances. Garrett. Fabulous night he's had. He has been so harshly tested at times tonight, and he's really stood up. Paseka. 16th run. He could get 200 metres before this game's done. There's a neat pass. Matt Lodge going to ground. Jerry Evans with the kick. Oh, Kawatu this time didn't get the bounce. If that just sat up a touch, he was going to be in for what would have been his first try of the night.
Yeah, he's good. He's one of those back rowers that are good in the air, but he's also good on the ground. He can scoop a ball up. Very skillful. Omari Kawatu just came off a Bulldog leg, skewed it sideways.
It's a play on. It's a very clever pass there. Max King manufacturing one. Manly just 21 missed tackles. It's been a superb defensive display. And now with players taken, Tracy would claim he was taken on suspicion, but he held his ground, and we continue. Last, Sexton, end over end. And back there, Tolu Kola. Good choices in terms of that replacement fullback role, but Tom Trbojevic off for a HIA. Tolu Kola. A lot more game time than he would have bargained for with the sub off in the first half. Bullimore riding the bump and getting away too.
Good run, Bullimore. Been another star for Manly off the bench this season, Bullimore.
Jerry Evans. The high hopper 2 tries. Jerry Evans. He and Brooks have been fantastic. And that ball, there's experience from Daly Cherry Evans. So Tom Trbojevic, the boots are coming off. His night is over. The question, his shoulder. What's the damage? Squashed in the in a tackle.
Luke Brooks ended up on top of him. That's where the weight's coming in, and the fact that he's landed on that right shoulder, elbow first, then shoulder.
We're obviously guessing. But
Yeah,
boy,
we are.
He jammed in on it. He really got jammed there.
Well, we just saw him undoing his boots, and he was using just his left hand, not the right.
I mean, the Manly fans will just be holding their breath. Now Tracy away.
Great tackle.
Another
Garrick again.
terrific tackle. Sherry cut down by Garrick. He's been peppered tonight. Tracy hasn't stopped trying. His 11th run. 11th official run. Lots of passes at the line. Also to add to that. Now, a hit and hope chip kick here from Sexton. Needed a more awkward bounce. Talau always had that covered. So we're now inside the last 6 minutes, and the Dogs, well, this would be the miracle of all miracles. This would be Penrith against Parramatta stuff if they got out of it from here. And this bottom part of the top 8 becomes so much more intriguing because Manly are still in the hunt for a home final, and the Dogs aren't certain of their home game here. We've been talking 60, 70,000 on a Sunday afternoon. They've got to get it first. And it'll come down to their game with the Cowboys. What about that? A virtual playoff for a home final. Both could get there if Manly were to lose to Cronulla. They probably want to back Manly or against Manly anytime they're at 4 Pines Park. What a fascinating finish to the season we have, and you see it all, of course, on Fox League as Curtis Moran, I told you before, got the all clear. Nice move kick out. Addo Carr one in from the win. Hopewadi stands his ground. Getting it on to Sexton. Out for Tracy. Tracy threatening. Brooks, great tackle. Almost out of ideas, it seems. Marnie. Bit of goal from him. And, 6 more tackles. That's the Knightheads penalty. They will play it. No advantage.
He wouldn't have heard it.
He's saying there's a trip. We've already had one trip tonight. Sort of. That's right, a failed trip.
Time off, Nathan.
Aloye, another one of the big boys who's cracked 100 metres. Tom Trbojevic looking on, still favouring that arm.
It's offside. Sorry, we're going. Sorry.
Tom Trbojevic has passed that HIA, but there is clearly an issue with that arm that he's favouring, as you touched on, Dan. We'll bring you some news as soon as we've got it.
Thank you, James Hooper. Do not touch that remote control as Moran chopped down inside the 10. Sexton. No one falling for that dummy. Paseka and Olakuatsu combine. Sharp play the ball. Double pump for Marnie, who puts the ball down. Cherry Evans and Garrick combine.
How good have they been defensively tonight? Manly have just been outstanding, right?
Has
Every
Ruben
facet,
Garrick ever
every
defended
facet.
this well?
Yeah, and they have thrown plenty at him.
Oh.
He has had Bronson Sherry and Viliami kick out. A little Cumberland throw again. PCE likes that. He's getting the leg, the shoulder, and then the leg. Flipping a player. Paseka, Olakuatu, who made the tackle before that, have both been great with the ball, but defensively, they've been terrific.
Have you got Daly in duty tonight? Although I'm not allowed to ask you that, am I? There's the VB hard-earned. Whoever's got it, good luck reducing this to 3 players, because there's been stars right across this Accor Stadium for Manly. The 4 big boys up front. Brooks and Cherry Evans, superb. Ruben Garrick, Lehigh Hopewadi. James Hooper, you've got some news.
It is an AC injury for Tom Trbojevic and that right shoulder. He will need to go for scans, but you would be thinking he's going to probably miss weeks there.
Oh my goodness, that's a catastrophe for Manly. The final start in a fortnight. And it was late in the game too. That's terrible. I mean, you get a break.
Well, if it is an AC joint injury, that's not the worst result. That isn't the worst result.
No, it's not reconstruction stuff. But
you're not heading down those lines. It hasn't dislocated. So as long as it hasn't sublux gone out and back in again, if it's an AC injury,
can we needle it up?
I feel better about that.
Can we needle it up? Is that the sort of thing?
Yes,
okay. Vacant look in Tom Trbojević's eyes. Well, now you toss that into the mix, you would think no chance of playing against Cronulla next week, and it's one Manly desperately want to win if they to get that home final. And from the coaches after the next game, Penrith and South, which we'll take you to as soon as we're done here, on what has turned out, apart from the injury news to Trbojević and Saab, a fabulous night for Manly. Sexton, Cherry Evans again loitering. And this time Sexton's aware, although the presence of Cherry Evans forces that ball to hit the deck. Tracy. They've tried all the tricks tonight, Canterbury. A floater from Preston. And not called forward. Hot potato going backwards. Kick out, winding up, then the flick. They finally got their line break. Adokar puts in the kick. Marnie, the night started with a Marnie try. It will end with a Marnie try. But for the blue and whites, too much Manly glory in between.
Well, that went through a number of sets of hands. From one side of the field to the other, Viliami kick out, did the work to create the chance. He's still down on the field. I'm not sure it's a cramp, I would think. Yes. So, great work from Josh Adokar. Here's the play the ball after they came this way. They went the other way. You're right, Toby Sexton popped one over the top. This will go through at least 12 sets of hands. That's 5. 6, they go right. Hughes, Preston, lob pass over the top to Skelton. He almost touches the sideline, then they come back the other way. That's 8, 9, 10. Sexton, Moran, 12, 13, kick out, brilliant. Great pass from Bronson Sherry. Down the touchline, Adokar, the kick perfect for Reid Marnie.
Yeah. It's a great try,
pretty
but
spectacular try
too little,
to finish
too
the
late.
game.
This might be important to some. 6 in from touch. Sexton. And the margin drops back to 12. It won't dampen the mood at Manly, not in terms of the result. Their mood will be largely determined by the Tom Trbojević injury, although the report from James Hooper, an AC joint injury, so not a total disaster, but in doubt certainly for the big games coming up ahead.
And of course, there's different grades of AC joint injuries.
Mole Olakau'atu, I didn't mention him, another star tonight.
Oh, he's been out. He's just been.
It's been a knockout win over
He's been one of
kick-out.
the best. He really has.
And then that's next week. That is next week. Saturday 5:30, Dogs and Cowboys. Probably it's a winner, home final, loser on the road scenario. And Manly, no matter what happens in that game, if they beat Cronulla, final at Brookvale. Sexton. There's not enough time for the Dogs. They'll go right to the end here. Skelton around the corner. Sexton gets it on. Moran keeps it going. Can they do it again? Hayward turns it in. The entertainers. Curtis Moran with the chip kick. Preston. Preston comes through. If he's onside, it's brilliant. Then the pass put down by Skelton, and that is that. An exciting finish from the Bulldogs. And we came here tonight asking whether the Bulldogs could make the top 4, whether they could win 6 in a row for the first time in a long time, whether they could at least clinch a home final. We come away asking, could it be Manly, the team that gets hot, as one of the teams from the bottom 4 of the top 8? As good a performance as any from the Manly Seagulls, especially on the road.
a thoroughly deserved win. The Manly Seagulls have silenced 35,000 and beaten the Bulldogs 34-22.